Mainfreight Rugby brought to you the final semi-final in the Meads Cup. Wanganui, the only unbeaten team in the country. They qualified in first place. Wairarapa-Bush come here as fourth qualifiers.
Hello and welcome to Mainfreight Rugby, where it's a stunning day in the River City from Meads Cup Semi-Final. Defending champions still from Wanganui up against Wairarapa-Bush, who were knocked out at this stage last year. A lot's on the line today, no second chances, but no matter what side of the fence you're on, it's all about having a few jars, a lot of good banter and some mighty fine rugby. Let's see what the teams have to say. Robbie, Meads Cup Semi, today you bowed out at this point last year. What's it going to take to go one better today?
Yeah, I think we spoke about it earlier on in the year, and it was our focus to make, obviously, the Meads Cup. We'll get to this stage. We always knew we'd come across Wanganui at some stage, ideally in the final, but we've got them today. So, yeah, it's been discussed, but it's a new year, new faces, so we're just hoping to go one better and obviously make the final next week and win that one too if we can. So, yeah.
What's the most important thing for Wairarapa-Bush to focus on today?
I just think the start, just really take it to these guys. I guess initially we just want to, get them out of their comfort zone, and I guess just disrupt what they want to do to us. Yeah, and just be physical.
Just finally, what's the mood been like within the Wairarapa-Bush camp this morning?
Jovial. Yeah, the boys are really excited, and good to see a few faces around from the supporters as well coming through. There's a big fan base back home, and I know a lot of people are going to be coming over here. So, yeah, just really excited all week, and yeah, continuation of that today.
Vicky, semi-finals rugby today. Earlier games count for nothing. How's the team doing?
Yeah, we're doing pretty good. We've been training well. We've played well. We're 8-0 at the moment, so we just want to carry on that good winning record.
This is your first encounter with Wairarapa-Bush this season. What have you studied about them?
Well, we've worked a lot around set piece and just defensive line, getting that line up and staying well connected.
And what's the most important thing for Wanganui to focus on out there today?
I think the handlings and how you keep the ball. If you keep the ball alive, then you'll get the chance to win the game.
And just finally for you, we saw you in your Blazer game the other week. What does that mean for you to have played 15 games for Wanganui in the Heartland Championship?
Oh, it's mean a lot for me, especially reaching that stage, playing 15 games for the Heartland, and you get that Blazer. It was a good experience. Yeah.
Wairarapa-Bush and the unbeaten Wanganui. Here they come onto the field, the Butcher boys, preceded by the Butcher.
I tell you what though, mates, Wairarapa-Bush really deserved to be here, qualified in fourth, deserved that fourth place. No luck involved in that. Had a pretty good season.
Yeah, they have 6 wins. I mean, that's 6 wins out of 8. It's no slug of a season. They're going to have to really bar up here, though, because this Wanganui forward pack are on the charge. They've got a roll going. Try scored.
Big number 8. Look at the structure to the drive, thrown to the back, so pinpoint accuracy right on the 15-metre line, which is great. Look at the length of the drive from Wanganui. Guys up front working really hard. Support. The ball was seen by the referee all the way through. And there we do.
Malachi Voleur. Big and strong. And really, with that forward pack behind him, unstoppable.
He was pretty strong in his own. Voleur, the big number 8. And here we go against once more. Wanganui will just set it up. Very clinical in these situations.
Horrocks. Good pass from him, and then some good hands. Tuimanga. Tuimanga had the offload, and Nambuliwanga goes in for try number 6, and that's a handy little lead for Wanganui.
How clinical they can get in these situations when they're on attack and the wet and forget replay. Just set it up. They'll pick and drive if they have to. They'll suck in and hold the ball for long periods to bring in the Wairarapa-Bush defence or the opposition defence. Then when they sense the opportunity, they strike. Gee, and they've got some speed and power on the left. Oh, look at that offload.
What?
Voleur again.
That's impossible. Craig Clare gets the try. But look at the work from the forwards in front of him. Tutau got the final pass, but watch this. Watch
Bang.
that.
2, 3 numbers around the back door. Had to stretch the arms through. And Clare has played the rugby all over the place, actually. Craig Clare Played for the Highlanders for a season. Got some experience all the NPC First Division level as well. But clearly being a rural bank manager has brought him to Wanganui, and Wanganui are the beneficiaries.
Wairarapa-Bush, Stan Wright gets his legs taken out from underneath him. Priest looks out wide, finds Monaghan. Monaghan, one more pass, and there's Glenn Walters. Pulling one back for Rory and the Stags.
Yeah, well done. It's been an onslaught. Wanganui had just come out of the block so fast, but in the wet and forget replay, Wairarapa-Bush have an opportunity. They build some phases, build a little bit of pressure as well, and because of that, and maybe some of the defensive weaknesses up front, Wanganui were just going to the ball, just trying to kill it at the breakdown. They had some numbers on this left side. They're going to break with some confidence.
Tim Priest hits the woodwork. So as we go to half-time, 32 points to 6. There is a lead. Wanganui are the top qualifiers for the Meads Cup, and they've shown us in the first 40 minutes just why.
Yeah, crucial time now for Wairarapa-Bush. They want to get themselves back in the match. The next 10 minutes is crucial. Can deny Wanganui any momentum, any ball, then they're in it. Turnovers like this, and it's Wanganui's semi-final to lose.
Geez, been good today so far. Tuimonga for Wanganui. And look at this for the kick, the chase, and the try. Ace Malo goes in, opportunist work, and look at the turnover. Look at this counter ruck here and the work by Tuimonga.
Yep.
Brilliant.
Another man with NPC experience, Ace Marlow, the fullback, a veteran, you'd have to say, in the wet and forget replay. Knows the opportunity. Just see the line he ran, didn't you, from deep. His timing was spot on. He's still got the speed, and with that he's still got some strength as well.
Oh, look out. Yeah, they've managed to talk their way out of trouble here, Wanganui. They were in some difficulty inside their own 22, but they've done really well to get in front of a few of the forwards and just do enough to get the ball back. Gee, that's good defensive play. Now, that might not be all. It's fallen luckily for them, and Whale goes away. Well. That is something else. Blake Hohire gets the try, but this is talk about makes something out of nothing. Well, that is incredible.
Yeah, 9 and 10, very good. Firstly, Horrocks is an outstanding scrum half for Wanganui. Dan Whale has just been very good. The 10, and then when they have the opportunity, they take it. They're ruthless when they have to be. Wanganui in the wet and forget replay. Might be able to sign this up, Mace. I think we're back to Wanganui next week for the Meads Cup final.
Yeah, I reckon we can put that in the book right now. In fact, truth be known, we can put it in the book at half-time. Although here's Zach Guilford sneaking in for one under the post, which is going to close the gap just a little bit. But, gee, there's a long way to go.
Well, he's scored some wonderful tries in his rugby career, Zach Guilford, but none as easy as this. Just the long pass from Whale. Guilford coming out to win defensively with a good position. Caught it easy as you like, no one in sight. This is all too little too late for a really, really gallant Wairarapa-Bush All Black number 1097. Zach Guilford has been good for the Bush this year.
He has actually. He's been terrific for them, and I understand they've loved having him as well, Zach Guilford. It's been well publicised why he's there, and I hope it's worked for him. And here they go again. Now the big numbers, all the reserves are on now for Wanganui, and they're doing it just like the first timers do as well. And it's not over yet. Waitokia can't stop scoring tries.
Te Rangatira Waitokia, that's number 12 for the season. It's not a Wanganui record. He's still got a couple to go there, but gee, 12 in a season. It's a career for some of us, Mace.
More than that counts the under sixes.
Okay, oh, look at this. Wairarapa-Bush to finish things off, I think.
Front of the line out move as Putty's away. He's found some space for Smith. Big Andrew Smith. Oh, he tries the underhand pass. Everything's coming off today. Eddie Cranston. Oh, look at some of the ball handling in this. They're well behind on the scoreboard, but that's a terrific try.
The skip gets the double. the open-sided flanker, but there's well worth watching again on the wet and forget replay. Yeah, Andrew Smith coming on. Gee, he's open down there. Don't you like to see that?
Yeah, go all the way, son.
4 men going.
Oh,
Two
lovely.
defenders. The pass and the flip behind to the open-sided flanker who has not stopped working is Cranston. The skip, he gets rewarded with a double.
So the travelling fans get something to shout about right at the end. As the conversion gets blown away in the Wanganui wind. And Mr. Gordon blows full time with Wanganui in front by 58 to 26. A convincing victory to the Butcher Boys.
It was a good start. Yeah, we knew that we had to be on today, and it was probably the one time this year that so far that we've actually started with a bit of intensity, and yeah, maybe giving ourselves a little bit of a fright. But credit to Wairarapa-Bush, they never lie down, and they really the score doesn't reflect the game that was played out there. There's a fair bit of blood being spilled, and yeah, it was a real semi-final.
Here's a bloke who's been around for a long, long time.
Grant, you have been doing rugby commentary for 42 years. You're finally hanging up the microphone after the final next weekend. How does it feel?
Oh, well, it feels as though it's a thing that has to be done. I suppose I started as a 28-year-old and I'm now 70, so I think it's time to hand over the microphone to Dave Campbell and he'll do an excellent job.
How did you get into commentating?
I'd just given up playing club rugby, and Eugene Crotty was the commentator at the time, and Eugene was the headmaster of Westmere School, and he had the opportunity of taking a job at Waikato University, and he was going, and they were looking for someone, and he came to me one day and said, "You've just retired from rugby, what about having a go?" And I went along and had a go, and the rest is history, isn't it? And that was back in 1975. In those days, a lot of teams came and played Wanganui, and I think it took me 30 years to call a game involving, I think it was counties, and that meant that I'd called games against every union in the country. So a lot of people came and played rugby in Wanganui, and I was lucky to be able to sort of rub shoulders with a lot of very good players.
Where to from here for Grant McKinnon?
Well, I just said to Dave Campbell just a few minutes ago before coming out here, and I saw some of the old timers that were part of my broadcast years ago. Guy Lennox did the commentary with me for some years, and I see Kevin Murphy and I see Brent Allison walk there, and I said, where are they headed to? They'll be headed to the lounge up there and watching it in the comfort, I suppose, with a beer in their hand. So I think next year, I said to Dave Campbell, I think I'll be down there, but I'll be still here. Make no mistake, I'll still follow rugby. I'm passionate about it. It's given me opportunities, and I'll plan any holiday I have that I'm home for the representative season, particularly at Heartland level.
We played live on Sky Sports, so look out for them, and of course we'll have full highlights here on Mainfreight Rugby next week for you. Who will stand their ground? Who will finish the season with the silverware? Will it be Wanganui or Bulla? Will it be King Country or North Otago? One of those games is perhaps a little easier to call than the other, but we've seen plenty of upsets already this season in the Mitre10 Heartland Championship, and we brought it all for you right here on Mainfreight Rugby.
Mainfreight Rugby.